This week we're going to take a look at a concept from Ole Miss, and it's really a curl flat, but it's some sort of a delayed out and a basic. Typically it'd be like a whip and a dig, basically working a high-low and outside linebacker. But a lot of teams are running this because it's a more versatile concept than a curl flat. Curl flat typically you'd say is a great one-high beater. This is a little bit better for two high, and obviously it's better versus man-to-man as well. So right here, very first one that we're going to look at is actually a goal line set. So they're motioning out here to the bunch. And right here, these guys are switching who's running what, so they're going to stick there, and then they run the basic to the back of the end zone, flat route right there. So this is a really great goal line concept. Again, working the least guarded spot on the football field, back of the end zone, and right there you see these two guys jump this first stick right here. So gets a wide open receiver. This time it happens to be Trey Harris to the back of the end zone right here against A&M. High ball, easy throw and catch right there. And right there you can see everybody's lined up on the goal line, trying to jump up right here as well with that linebacker, knock it down, but up and over, easy touchdown. And that was just a goal line concept. We got another look of it as well. Right here, this time against Georgia Tech. So exact same thing. Again, backs getting out of the backfield. They're going to run the sticks there. They switch who's going where. He's going across. Inside receiver's there. Outside receiver, he's working out towards the corner. Then he goes to the back of the end zone. A little bit tighter coverage here by the DB, not just wide open. He's actually competing for the ball right here and still should have the leverage to make the play. But again, it threw it to Trig, and Trig had a tough time making plays all year. And this one should have been a touchdown. Same concept we saw. They threw it to Trey Harris last time, but this time threw it to Trig. Ends up being a drop, incompletion. Should have been a touchdown again. Now we're getting to open field sets where they're running it. Right here, he's running a stick. Could work out. You got a basic right there. Quarterback goes straight to it. Looks like they're running maybe a slot fade, some sort of a smash down here. But Dart checks down here. You're getting a blitz off the edge, and he's already in space, so really no reason to work out towards that corner, so he just sits. So it's a little bit of an option route right there. As you see, there's the basic back towards the middle of the field. So if this guy would have been working hard to it, then you could have thrown that basic into that window. Obviously, you might have a safety that's firing down right there. Eventually, you could get a double move like Ole Miss likes to do. But right there you can see it's a bit of an option route. It's not just always a pivot. If you're open, let's go ahead and sit, make an easy throw and catch right there. Nobody checked that receiver in the slot. Easy completion. I know it's a 3rd and 12, but still able to get a completion, get up close to the first down. This is a way that a lot of teams really like to run this concept, especially whenever you're getting this where middle of the field has really got a lot of space there and empty. They're running their slot fade option. There's your slot fade. There's a hitch, maybe an out. He's running that whip, and you're digging into that window. And right here, as you're seeing, quarterback looks here. That guy presses that direction. He knows there's a huge window here in the middle of the field. So now let's get our eyes to the back side. There's a sit on outside linebacker. As he's going vertical, they try to switch this off. Corner's running over the top. You got a safety over the top as well. Going to dig into that window. Great job here by Jackson Dart, just settling his feet, ripping the ball through that window. If you're going to miss, you want to miss low. Receiver gets down. Makes an easy play there. It's on 2nd and 8. Empty set. Taking advantage of the middle of the field right there in empty versus Auburn. A little bit different concept here. This time out of a 3 receiver set, you got that triangle. You're getting a seam. A lot of teams really like to run this. You're getting that flat route whip, and you're getting your dig in here. Obviously, with this wide bunch, you're hoping that they got outside leverage here for that dig. Run him off with that seam. Keep that underneath coverage occupied right there. Hopefully, there's a lot of space to the middle of the field. On this one, obviously, Alabama has got some pretty good DBs. Pretty sticky coverage. On this one, Dart goes directly to it. He's probably looking seam, dig, flat, and right there, just sticky coverage. Gets knocked down. One thing I probably would say here with this receiver, maybe if you press this a little bit more his outside shoulder, then get sudden to vertical and then to the dig, maybe you could create some more space. But right there, he just allowed him to keep outside leverage instead of ever squaring him up, giving him a two-way cut. And right there, he's just able to ride him, close that space. Had to be a really accurate ball to win right here, but no chance right there. Really good coverage there by the DB. Here's another look at a three receiver set. He's going to settle here. It works out. There's the basic in here. And you can see kind of the timing that you have on it. So there's an option. He's sitting. If he's wide open, he's probably going to get the football. And you see that pause. And he's going to burst out, trying to take that defender, get him to widen with him, to widen that window for the dig. And right here, really tight window. Because this Mike does a pretty good job. He's dropping that direction. He actually opens his hips the direction that the blitz came from, which is coming right here to the quarterback's right. So he opens here, but does get a lot of depth. So that depth really helps him out. Makes that window to the dig really tight. Receiver does a great job getting down, getting him a chance to make a play right there. I think they called it a completion. Really don't know, but right there, got down and made a play on 3rd and 9 against Vandy's defense. Kept a drive alive. Here's a look against Georgia Tech, and as you see, it's man-to-man. Looks like they're going to combo this, and they switch who's running what. So outside release here, he runs the basic. He inside releases, he settles, and then he works back out. So really you're going to get that switch. And just naturally, as you're looking at it, you got that natural leverage that you like for that basic. Right there, you want to occupy underneath so that basic can win. Jackson Dart right there has a rip it through a window, puts it right on his chest. And with that speed cut on that dig, hopefully you can keep those safeties back. And that's what happens right here on this one. A lot of space, drills it through a window. These guys are trying to converge, but again, big play on a 3rd down. Taking that intermediate window, switching who's running that underneath flat route and who's running that basic. Allow them to get the natural leverage when they combo that at a 3-by-1. Here's a way right here out of twins that Ole Miss really like to run this again. He's going to settle. It's kind of an option. He works out. Basic there from the single receiver. And right here again, Dart's eyes start this direction. He doesn't really like it. Probably stays a too high look here. As you're looking, it might be a 2-man look. So he gets his eyes to the backside. There's the settle by the tight end. Now he's working out. Work that basic into the window. Again, tight coverage there by the DB man-to-man. Might be a little late with this ball, allowing him to break and close the space a little bit. But right there, you can see that dig. Safety's playing way off. Just not able to make the play, not able to create the space that you need to get that completion. So as we saw, it's a really versatile concept. You can run it out of basically any set. We saw empty, we saw twins. You can obviously run it out of 2-by-2, 3-by-1, anything that you really want. So it's a way to beat man, zone, whether it's 2 high, 1 high, it really doesn't matter. It's got its place in any offense because it's going to be basically any coverage, especially if you have a quarterback that feels good about throwing the ball to the middle of the field. But I really appreciate you guys watching. We're going to continue to look at Ole Miss in the coming weeks, and let us know in the comments what teams you want us to see, hopefully before the season can get rolling, because I know everybody's about to get busy with summer, probably getting some vacations and whatnot. But let us know in the comments some teams that you want to see, and we'll see you guys again in the next video.